Today we're upgrading my LEGO Cyberpunk Ninjago City and building the tallest LEGO skyscraper I've ever built. We're gonna use motors, we're gonna put stories on every floor. There's so much to do, it's gonna be awesome. This city does look really good and it's really cool, especially at nighttime. However, there's something still missing. We have, in the right corner here, an empty spot.
Huh?
Which is the place where we're gonna build the mayor's office. Here we have him, the man who funded and built Neotropolis. He's looking quite shady, and that's because he's done some really bad stuff in his days. And people... let's just say he's not Neotropolis' favorite person. And since he's the evil mayor of the city, he will live in the tallest building in the city. There's gonna be a lot of floors in this house. We have everything from a platform with stores, we have a bonsai tree in an atrium, we have a working glass elevator. Yeah, there's a lot. Let's start by building the base, and we're using the basic Mills plate system that I've used for the entire city. This base is gonna be a cool entrance with this cool statue outside. Now I got this from Lego Masters, but we're gonna use it for a different purpose. This is now the evil corporation of LM. And people don't really like this place, so let's add some protesters. They're protesting the new recent cooperation with Octan, where they're building super robots. That's basically gonna be the new military. And people are getting arrested. I understand it. And of course we have the security from the actual building where they're protecting the people working in the office. Speaking of the office, let's build the entrance floor, the lobby, where there's actually a crazy knife guy trying to attack the woman working there. I think this turned out great with the black floors and the red wall. It really looks cool. Really looks like an evil rich corporation. The security guard is calling for reinforcements while this crazy knife guy is attacking the woman in the lobby. I also want to have this glass elevator running on the side of the building, which is going to help the people working in the office travel from floor to floor. I think it's going to be really cool, but there's a few things we need to do first. First of all, we have to grab some motors, because I want to motorize this baby. It's going to be working and it's going to go up and down. We've got this base for a glass elevator, right? My idea is to have this glass box and have the elevator being pulled by string on a pulley system that's motorized. It's a difficult one. I've never built an elevator before, but it's fun. In theory, this should work. Let's try it. Alright, let's start by putting a Technic axle into the motor and attaching the motor to a battery box. Then I want to use Lego string because you can connect them to an actual thing that spins. So, yeah, this might work. Let's see what we can do with that. We might have some work left, but I'm gonna figure this out, okay? I just need to build something a bit taller to see if we can work this out. There we go, let's attach the motor to the elevator and the string and see if we can pull it up. This seems to work. Almost. So the pulley system works. We just have to figure out how the glass box is gonna look. Let's increase the height and loosen the friction a bit and maybe we can get it to work. Alright, second attempt. Let's turn everything on and up. It seems to be working. But down, it gets stuck. Alright, let's try that again. It works on the way up, but something seems to be wrong when I try to push it down again. I have to use my fingers, but it looks like it might be friction. Because it works sometimes. If I just loosen them up a bit, it should work. And there we go. It does finally work. Now we can actually use this. Now it's high time to start the actual office. The first floor of the office should be like previous offices that we've built, but just a bit more evil and corporate. I don't know what that means, but we'll figure it out. I gave these cool rounded edges to this building because I think it looks kind of slick and rich in some way. And finishing off this building, I'm thinking what we should add inside, and I do have a cool idea. We're actually getting somewhere with this project now, I like it. We have a tall building, but it's gonna get so much taller, and we don't have an interior, so let's start by building some office interiors. But before that, we have to build the staff. I'm just building a bunch of people in black suits because they are the ones who work in this kind of an office. And here we go, we're done. Now we can start building the interior of the office. And I'm building a lot of office chairs and desks, because this is gonna be an office that looks basically the same on every floor, but I want to have a different color for each floor, like the actual floor. So let's dismantle the building and start with floor 1. For the first floor we're going for an orange color, because we're gonna match the company Fresh, which is a fresh food company in the LEGO universe. On the second floor we're doing a red floor, which is gonna match my own company that I designed, which is a gun company. And the third floor we're going for yellow, because we're doing Vita Rush. Fourth floor we're going for a bright green, and I want to match that to my own company as well, Octane Tech. It's not my company, but I designed the actual sign. We have the Vita Rush floor, where they're having budget cuts and layoffs, so people are getting mad. And here we have a call center for the company Guns, which, well, they sell guns. That's basically it. And then we have Fresh, the fresh food company, which is LEGO's own company, and I really like it. It's cool with all the different colors on the different floors. And the building is definitely looking good so far, but we are far from done. We have a lot more to go. Adding a big round window in the middle with the red, it really pops, and I like the color scheme here. We have a problem, however. The elevator is now too short for the actual house. So we have to do something about that, and I think it's time we actually solve this elevator thing. I'm building a stop for every floor so that people can actually get onto and into the elevator. I realized I completely forgot about that. So let's add that and try to hide the motor in some way. I want to have it on the top of the elevator and kind of hide the cords and everything. I think this can work. It's a lot taller than it was before, so it might not work anymore. I don't know actually. Let's turn it on and try. This guy riding the elevator is as scared as I am right now. If you actually look at that, it did work. That's amazing. I'm proud of myself. For the next part of the build, as insane as it sounds, we actually have to lower the table, because I can't reach anymore. It's getting too tall. Now we're actually building our first platform in this build, which is gonna be where people live, where they shop, where they eat. It's simple as that. And I think that's gonna be a really cool addition to the whole skyscraper, where you can actually walk outside on a balcony area. Let's add some stores and some seating area and some people, of course. It's cool, I like it. You can take the elevator to this floor and go outside and have a snack or go and buy some clothing. But now I think it's time we connect the elevator with the rest of the build, because this is looking janky. First up, balconies inspired by Britain, or whatever, I don't know, but you know the balconies on a row where there's closed off sections and people are just living next to each other? I don't really like them, but I think they will look cool here. You know what I mean, but this is where people are gonna live, that maybe work in the office or just live in the building. Let's give them some doors and finish off by building some actual walls for the house. Let's give them a balcony and an AC unit, and we're done with this floor. Of course, add some people living there, having some morning tea or maybe a little breakfast snack, a burger with Coke, or maybe you want to have a cup of tea with milk. For the next floor we're gonna do some cool interiors, and this is, I guess, another floor of apartments where you can live but they don't have the balconies. Or maybe it's connected, I don't really know. They also need a balcony and some AC units, and I'm thinking of adding some cool things to the wall, making it a curved shape. Let's build some interior walls for structure and to divide the rooms. Add some furniture, a fish tank, a piano, everything you need in your home, and put them together. This is looking really cool. I decided to add this cherry blossom tree growing on the side of it, and I think that works great. This is where the employees are living, because the company wants to keep everyone in the same building so they never leave work. That's depressing. Next floor is actually gonna be a factory, and this is the robots that I was talking about earlier, where the protesters were protesting against. This is the factory floor where they are manufacturing the actual robots, military robots. And I designed them myself. I think they turned out great. There's also a guy tied up next to a bomb in here, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about that soon. Adding a few more details to the factory floor and we're done. So this guy is tied up next to a bomb because this is the guy that designed the whole building. Someone wants to blow up the entire building. The robots turn out great. I really like the design. And if you want to build them yourself, there's a tutorial where I've posted a YouTube short and on my other socials. This guy is shitting his pants, and I'd be scared too if I found a guy strapped to a bomb when I was just cleaning. Let's move on to the next floor, and for this floor I want to build a bonsai tree trapped in a big atrium, which is gonna be made out of glass. So this is like a luxurious place where people go for a coffee break while working or just relax. Let's add these cool rice paper walls in the back and some details, some paintings, and another floor with more rice paper and a little seating area where you can eat and relax and watch the view. Encasing that in a glass box, and I think this is gonna look pretty sick. Moving on to the next floor, this is gonna be the mayor's penthouse floor. We're gonna have it very white, very clean, and it's gonna be an expensive place, so adding a lot of details, adding some gold. The mayor with his girlfriend and Adam Smasher on the balcony. In the actual penthouse, we have Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk doing a heist trying to blow up the entire tower. He's the guy who placed the bomb on the factory level. Let's add those windows and the mayor's wheelchair. Let's put some tiles on the balcony to make it look even better and cleaner. Now for the very top floor, the roof, we're gonna do a nightclub. This club is full of people swimming, dancing, drinking drinks, hanging out, having a good time. But it's only available for the most exclusive guests of the penthouse. People don't get in here easily. Now we have the very top segment of the entire skyscraper done. Let's take a look at the nightclub. We have a few people swimming and bathing and a very weird guest. Let's not talk about the German leader. We have some people dancing here and a DJ. We have a bar full of drinks, tropical drinks. This guy is puking. He had a bit too much to drink. Down here in the atrium, this turned out really good. We have some people just enjoying the view, relaxing, drinking some tea. Now it's time to put everything together, and I'm honestly a bit scared because this building turned out really tall. Now for the big one. I had to take the antennas off, but we finished it and it looks very, very cool. It's so tall. It's probably one of the tallest buildings I've ever built out of Lego, and there's so much details and so many stories to unpack here because every single story tells a different story. Wow, wordplay. One final thing. We're gonna light the building up with beautiful lights from Brixmax. They were kind enough to send me a bunch of boxes full of light kits, so we're gonna open these bad boys up and see what we can do with the lights inside. And now these are LED strips that you can like connect easily and have cords going all over the place. I don't know the stuff, but it's very easy to use. Even I can use it, so that says a lot about the product. And there's a lot of lights to put in this build, because I want every single floor to have lights. If you've seen my previous videos, you know I hate this part. Thanks to their new kit, they actually do a really good job of making this much easier. Wow, I always forget how cool these buildings look when you light them up. Damn, it looks really cool. I said there was only one thing left to do, but we actually do have to place the house into the city. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was so close.